G'day folks, it's the Maple Monkey here again with another Marvel United unboxing for you today this time. It's been a while since we've done an unboxing with Marvel United, but let's get into it because we've finally, at least here in Oz, we've got the next, I guess it's like a retail expansion or retail core set for Marvel United has hit the shelves here, and that is Spider-Geddon. So I think pretty closely tied to the latest what is it, Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse or Under the Spider-Verse, whatever the Spider-Verse movie was. This is sort of like I guess tied to it at least. There's some characters here that I think are sort of don't really have much to do with that movie, but at least it's looking pretty good. So this has been it's been out and about across the internet for a little while because it did hit the con scene, I guess. All those different cons and stuff going on over in the States, and I think in Europe as well. I think this was sort of around in Europe as well. This set did come out, but now it's starting to hit retail. So I know in Oz I think we originally had it slated for a little while ago, and then it sort of got pushed back. We were looking at the end of October, I think we were told, and then it sort of I got an excited Facebook message from Dango from Minis from Mars saying, like, oh look, it looks like it's coming out a couple of weeks early, sort of thing. And lo and behold, it arrived in the stores just today. So I'm hoping that means, because I think there was an update on the Kickstarter that like in the States they'd be coming out I think mid-November or something like that. So fingers crossed. I don't know what this means for the rest of distribution around the world, sort of thing, but hopefully that means maybe a little bit sooner than we expected for most places. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that. So, but let's get into it. I'm really excited. I've got I actually ordered these a little while ago in anticipation. These are the table play dividers that I'm going to use because I'm going to put a new insert in this and get it all set up and ready to go, and I've got my dividers ready for that, and just really excited to get into it and see what it's all got to show off here. So we can see I forget what that Spider-Man's called. Is he like the Ben Spider-Man? Let's have Scarlet Spider. There we go, Scarlet Spider. Apologies, I think Andrew Fantasia, were you saying he's your favourite Spider guy? Well, there you go, there he is, and it just looks really exciting. So I love the Spider Noir on the wall there. Lots of really cool stuff. So let's tear in. Okay, well, let's see if we can get in on the back side here. All right, there we go. Okay, let's get into it. There we go. Box off, lid off. There we go. There's old Spider-Punk. What else we got there? Is that Silk? I don't really know who Silk is, but I think that's what her name is. Morlun. The glowing eyes dude. There we go. Yep, cool. So, got a little advert here from CMON. Alright, thank you. Whoop. And we've got the rule book. Nice. And as you can see, there's old Spider-Punk as well. We've got all the tokens and bits and pieces. I'm certainly going to have enough of these tokens, aren't I? Although I do have the plastic set, so I'll just have a bunch of these spares. We've got the cool spot stuff here. Target tokens, that's kind of cool. So, lots of different, I think, villains and stuff tend to use targets and stuff these days, so that's kind of handy. We've got, I think this is a new symbol. This is like we've had the effect for a while. The heroes have to play cards randomly now, but I think there's a specific token for that now. I think that's that one there. Yeah, there we go. Random face down tokens. Yeah. So there's a few of these sort of rules that have sort of crept in across the last few editions that have become sort of normalized enough now that they're getting their own tokens. And we've got there we go. We've got equipment cards as well in this set as well. So they'll I guess officially first hit the scene with the multiverse set, but since that hasn't arrived yet, this expansion or this core set is actually the first official one, I guess, where they've been released. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so got a little guide on the back, rule summary. Rules, I think, are fairly similar. Interesting, they've got the Commander solo mode, so that's that new solo mode as well. I wonder, does that mean we have some of the... Let's have a look back here. Does that mean we have some of the... Because there's cards that come with the solo mode. Isn't there? Some sort of battle cards or something like that? Challenge cards. We've got the superhero and the supervillain cards. Looking forward to that mode there with Superior Spider-Man. That looks like it's going to be fun. Really sort of competes. Yeah, here we go. The battle cards. Oh, battle plan cards. Fantastic. So we'll actually be able to have a set of those and yeah, be able to sort of play the commander mode properly and see how this works. So yeah, very cool. Excellent. All right. I wonder if those cards are going to be different to the ones that come in the what do we call it? The multiverse set. That'll be interesting. All right. So we've got Punchboard here. Nice. These actually, you know, I've been playing with the plastic ones for so long, but just feeling this, it's these are really nice quality punchboard tokens. They're pretty good actually. So I say I do like those. So that's nice. We've got the random one there. Is that double-sided? Oh, it is too. Yeah. So it doubles up with that one now. So that's cool. We've got our tokens here, and as nice as these are, I do really love the minis from Mars. Little I don't know what you'd call them. Are they resin tokens, or I'm not actually sure what they're made of. We've got the spider bots and the spots, the targets. Okay, got a few more of those. Wow, that's cool. I like these spots. All right, and wow, look at this. All right, so let's. Should we zoom in a little bit? Whoa. All right, video skills. Almost dove into a rendition of video skills killed the radio star then, but luckily I didn't. Luckily I pulled back and I saved you guys from that. So, what do we look at first here? I guess models, right? That's what we want to see. Wow, look at that. So he's got the rocket flying in here and flying out here. That's cool. Old Spot. Someone asked me, I think it was Dango asked me, what am I going to play first? You know, which villain am I going to? No, paint. I think which villain or who am I going to paint first? And I think it's going to have to be. Spot. There's a fella in the Discord named Milk, or Milk Wazowski, I think, and yeah, he's a big fan of Spot. So I think in deference to him, I think we're going to have to paint Spot up first, I think. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Alright, very cool. Alright, let's have a look at the other villain. So that was Spot, the fully fledged villain, and the other fully fledged villain in the set. Look at that base, that's amazing. Is he standing like a house? What is that? It's all on fire. That's very cool. Yeah. Look at that smug grin there. Very cool. I'm not sure what this guy's deal is. I think he's like a psychic vampire or something, isn't he? I don't really know what his deal is, but he looks cool. He looks like he could go to a soiree with the Hellfire Club, and he'd fit right in, right, with his fancy clothes there. All right. Yeah, it looks very cool. I like him. All right. Morlun, I think his name is. Now, who do we look at next? Let's have a look at this guy. Now, apologies, folks, because as excited as I am for this set, you know, I really do like it. And I love the movies. I'm not really the biggest Spider-Man aficionado, so I don't really know much about a lot of these characters. So this guy, Anti-Venom, really got no idea who he is, what his deal is, how he relates to Venom. But he's a cool model. Looks like he'll be pretty interesting to paint. Although I do notice, I see a lot of complaints amongst the painters. You know, they're loving the painting, paint, and then they hit a Spider-Man character, and then it's all complaints because of these sort of spider and web lines and things. That it can be a bit of a pain to paint, you know, because you got to be pretty intricate with them and stuff. So good luck with that, guys. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. All right, so we'll pop him down. Oh, look at this guy. Wow. Yeah, that's nice. Let's feel that. Oh, yeah, it's pretty sturdy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. He is going to be quite a fun one, I think. Getting your paintbrush in amongst that. So not only do you have all that webbing, but you got these big giant arms in the way too. Well, that's cool. It doesn't look like there's a lot of webbing on the back though, so that's a blessing. There we go. All right, excellent, very cool. I like it, and I really like his. I like the look of his rules from what I can remember about them, where he's sort of like competing with you. That's pretty cool. All right, who's this here? This is Symbiote Spider-Man. Now he's surely got to be in the running for one of the first ones to paint, just because he's pretty simple color scheme, right? Yeah, very cool. Iconic sort of spider web thing around. That's like a cool sort of base as well. Because let's be honest, there's not a lot going on with him, right? It's nice pose and stuff, but you know, it's pretty basic sort of uniform, costume, whatever you call it. So this creates like a nice sort of visual on the base and sort of still keeps that as an interesting model. All right, now talking about interesting base and interesting model, this has got to be one of my favorites, I think. I really like that pose. It's such a cool pose. Yeah. I mean, we're just going to ignore having to paint behind him and on his back and stuff. You know, that's for future Dan to worry about, but just the pose and everything, we can admire that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that. That looks excellent. Awesome. Spider Noir or Spider-Man Noir or whatever his name is. Wow, look at the size of this. That is Penny Parker. Now this is probably one of my... Oh man, this like for a set that's about Spider-Man, who, look, to be honest, like I'm not the biggest, you know, Spider-Man's cool and stuff, but yeah, like I said, I'm not the biggest aficionado. There's so many of these characters I'm really excited about. Like this guy, very excited. This guy, super excited. After having read this guy's rules, well, you know, at least as much as I could on the Kickstarter page, very excited about this guy. And Penny Parker, really excited by this. Yeah, it just looks really cool. Not sure how she plays, how her deck works, but I think that's going to be a lot of fun. Yep, very cool. Oh, that's interesting. Let's have a look at the... Because she looks quite ungainly, and I was like wondering, oh man, is she going to be a bit tricky with the balance? But they've done a really good job, I think, with sort of like the way they've got the proportions and things, and the way she's sort of like posed there, that it's pretty balanced actually. That's pretty sturdy. Yep, excellent. Now talking about another cool pose. Yeah, she can join the club with Longshot and Spider Cyborg guy, where they're jumping over walls and just looking really cool doing it. So this is Silk. Okay. Don't really know anything about Silk, but she looks cool, and that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, let's pop that one down. 2 more to go. Ah, here we go. All right, Andrew. So we've got Scarlet. Yeah, is it Scarlet Spider? Yeah, Scarlet Spider, I think. Very nice. It's got his little vest, hoodie vest thing. Yeah, awesome. Quite, like, I think people said this is quite a basic sort of pose sort of thing, but I really like it. It's dynamic and stuff, and you can sort of see he's like like he's swinging from one rope to the next sort of thing, one strand. All right, and I think this guy's got to be up there with one of the best, right? Just such a cool model, just cool concept for a character too. Yeah. Awesome. very cool. All right, let's pop that down over here. Okay. And, well, let's just dive down through the layers. So we now have the locations. And if you're someone who likes the cardboard locations, I'm sure a lot of you guys, most of you are probably aware of this now, but I think the idea is that if you backed the Kickstarter and you got the cardboard locations for Season 3, I think all these Spider-Geddon ones are inside that too. So, but we get to use these in the meantime, the thin ones. So we've got Sims Tower. Okay, this location starts with 2 tokens. Here he may discard any number of tokens from here to ignore the same amount of damage. Alright, I'm going to zoom out a little bit here, just so I can get these in shot, and that way you guys can sort of have a bit of a look at them. There we go. Yeah, very cool. Not a lot of spaces there though, so you could get overrun pretty quick. And let's have a look at the back of these ones. So they've got that little symbol there, so easy to find them. And we have Loom World. Okay. So you may move to any other location. We've got a couple of baddies there, a couple of thugs. And we've got Japan. Some of these would be fun too. It's a cool ability there. You've got like Japan, you know, there's New York from the original set. There's a few other places like that where if you're playing that Galactus mode and you've got like the different continents and you wanted to sort of like specify a few specific locations, you could chuck these in to sort of replace some of those like more continental generic sort of locations too. You could sort of like put them in and out. And I wonder if there's enough of them. Not sure if there are enough, you know, like city names sort of ones, but yeah, you could actually replace all the continents potentially. I don't know if you need those continental ones specifically for that mode. I wonder, but I wonder if you could actually sort of play with like cities rather than continents. That would be kind of cool. All right, so we've had a look at Japan, the Great Weaver Temple, some sort of spider temple. Okay. I wish we had that Spider-Man from like Future Mumbai or whatever, where he was from. The guy from the movie, the latest Spider-Verse movie. He was really cool. I hope we get to see him at some point in United as well. Horizon Labs. Alrighty then. Oops, am I holding that long enough there for you guys to have a look at it? Okay. You may turn face down one of your equipment cards. Okay. So starting to interact with the equipment. Alright. Take note, all you homebrewers, we can start interacting with the equipment stuff. Spider Island. So that's a big one. Lots of spaces, but a lot of places filled up from the beginning. Okay. If there are one or more thugs in this location, you must take 1 damage. Oof. Okay, so it's a hazardous. Now that's interesting. There's no hazard symbol here, but it's like a hazard. It's like a, you know, mandatory effect. Hazardous place. That's very interesting. And I wonder if any of these locations are actually scenario specific to the villains, or if they're all just sort of fair play. The Parker residence. That's pretty classic. I mean, that's amazing. We haven't had this one before. If you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw 1 card. Okay. A healing spot. Las Vegas. Here you go. Another city. Wow, that's a lot of text on this one. Okay, let's go in a bit closer for that. All right. Right. I guess. And well, that's a cool Vegas mechanic. I think I remember this one. There was a question about it on the forums or something. Someone was asking about this one and how it interacted. So I'll have to sort of look into that when I get into it. And there we go. That was the last of the locations. We're back to Sims Tower. So pretty cool collection there. That's pretty good. It's exciting me for for all of Season 3 to come out too, you know, knowing just how many more locations we're going to get to play through. So, excellent. Alright, so that's our locations. Now, we've got our mission board as well. Let's tear this open. And we've got our dashboards as well. So, mission board, there we go, pretty standard. It's just the same. Okay, yep, nice. Pop that over there. Alright, so we've got our 1, 2, 3, 4, is it? Yeah, because there were two villains and 2 anti-villain. Yeah, anti-heroes, anti-villains. Anti-heroes. Alright, so, well, let's start over this side. We've got Superior Spider-Man. So you can see his health there. Alright, this is what we're dealing with. Yeah, so cool. Let's have a look here. And then we'll have a look over this side. He's got a lot of special setup there too, because he sets those extra missions and things up, right? Yeah. Yeah, lots of things there. Very cool. I do really like the idea of this guy. I'm looking forward to playing against him. Alright. We have Morlun, the stylish psychic vampire. I don't actually know if that's what he is, but I think that's what he is. Okay. Heroes lose if 4 heroes are removed from the game. Oh, that's right, he's one of those ones that sort of like permanently removes you, doesn't he? And you sort of have to pick a new model or something. Excellent. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero. Alright. And I think he's got a whole like cabal of baddies, doesn't he? Like a lot of his threats are bad guys, I think. And yeah, set aside the Life Force Absorption Master Plan card and place it on top of the deck. And we'll have a look at that in the cards, but I think maybe they've got a new top of deck sort of template for their cards. And Sims Tower, okay, yeah, so there you go. So there's a call out to one of the locations there. Okay, so that's Morlun. And we have Spot. Alright, so yeah, we're definitely going to get into Spot. So, okay, so he must be really hard to take down. Like, it must be really hard to catch, right? Because he's got really low health there. Right, any crisis tokens here when Spot would take a D. Yeah, so he's a bit like, I guess that's a bit like, who was it, Taskmaster or something, where he was like, yeah, you had to really like clear all the crisis tokens from everywhere, otherwise you couldn't take him down. Here we go. Very cool. We've got some messages buzzing on there in the background. And special setup for good old Spot. Yeah, he's going to be fun to paint. Alright, I hope so anyway. He looks like he'll be fun to paint. One random Spot token face up in each location. We saw those, didn't we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it looks like you're going to need a lot of movement to pin him down. Alrighty then. And our last guy here, Anti-Venom. Oh, okay, so I was picturing this guy as being sort of more traditional Venom colours, like he's all sort of black and then maybe the white for the striping sort of thing, but this other way around. I guess that makes sense if he's like the opposite or something, Anti-Venom. And this guy's a anti-hero, is he? Don't know much about him. He's one of the ones with the track. Anti-Venom track. Whenever a hero with a special effect is discarded, sorry, hero card with a special effect is discarded or turned face down, increase the track. Okay. Oh, interesting. Set aside the Cleansing Master Plan card and place it on top. Team versus team mode. Villain tracker starts on 2. Okay. Very cool. Anti-Venom. Alright, well, what do we look at here? What's there so much to look at? Oh, and I was going to say, what's the little, you know, they all usually have a little tracker. So what's the tracker they've got? And this time, it's this sort of like, what do you call that? Opaque, sort of whitish, cloudy whitish cube here. So I guess because it goes with him, That's sort of suiting, and it's another colour now. We've got a few different colours now with these, don't we, with the different core sets. So that's cool. I've got to go with this, right? Look at this, Spider-Punk. Yeah, let's check him out. Oh look, here we go. Starting hand. So, oh no, hold on. Is this good guy? Maybe this is good guy anti-venom. Maybe it's the hero version. All right. All right. Can we get into this without cutting away? I think so. I think we're looking good. Yep. Okay. No editing here. One take or bust. Okay. All right. Well, I was going to start with Spider-Punk, but let's save him till the end of that. Oh goodness. Okay, maybe we I've spoken too soon. Maybe we're gonna have to cut away. Alright, so we've got yes, so this is the hero version. So anti-venom, I believe. So let's check him out. What's he all about here? Webbing generation. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if there are no movement at the bottom of the latest 2 hero, you may perform 1 free on your turn. Okay. So that sort of creates some interesting interplay with the other heroes and other teammates if you're playing more than one player. That's interesting. So you could sort of turn the sort of paradigm on its head, where you generally want to put like faster characters in front of slower characters, so that you're giving some movement to the slower characters. You could maybe have a bunch of slower characters who aren't going to do much movement before this guy. That's interesting, if I'm thinking that through properly. Probably not, but yeah. Alright, let's have a look at him. So he's got some move and punch. Oh, let's have a look at the art too. Yeah, that's cool. I like this sort of gradient in the background there. Ooh, what's happening there? It's alright, I'm giving him CPR or something. Alright. Single punch, another single punch. Move and a heroic. Oh, that's a bit gross. He's got the heroic and the punch. Got a wild body cleansing. Draw a card, then a hero in your location may discard all of their crisis tokens. Oh, may discard all of their crisis tokens. Okay. And yeah, that's pretty handy, pretty versatile as well. Yeah, alright. Well, how many has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got 5 special cards. Alright. Anti-venom. Let's chuck him in there. Alright, oh, here we go. Mr. Fantasia. Now, I've probably got it wrong. Maybe this isn't your favourite Spider-Man, but I'm pretty sure this is what you said. So let's have a look. Spider Dude. Alright. Scarlet Spider. Spider Sense. Alright, so as long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may discard any number of these wilds to ignore the same amount of damage. Okay, so this can be fairly durable. Okay. So, we've got, okay, pretty heroic there. Yeah, pretty heroic. Oh, lots of noises going on upstairs. There we go. Ooh. Oh, great power. Okay, so double punch for each thug defeated with this special effect at the end of your turn, gain another punch token. So at the end of your turn, gain another punch token. Okay, great responsibility. And Spider Sense. Alright. And we have the... hold on. Oh, but we've got a bottom of deck and starting hand. Oh, 2 starting hand cards. Wow. This guy's packed to the brim with special stuff. Alright, so this is... Who is this? This is Superior Spider-Man. So we've got... Spider Bots. Okay, so this is the one that comes with the Spider Bots. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may add a Spider Bot in your location. Nice. And Spider Bots and Spider Bot decoys. Let's have a look at this one. You may add a Spider Bot token in your location. Ignore damage once each of your turns. Okay, so they look like either one of them gives you the ability to put them out, but then if you've got both out, they're more versatile what you can do with them, I think, is what's going on there. Okay, so that's those ones. Let's flip over now. We'll have a look at the bottom of the deck. Final Understanding. So I think this is the thing, isn't it? Like, you're sort of like, if you get to this card, it's sort of like he sort of wipes himself out, sort of thing. If this card is in the end of here, you must play it. So yeah, you must play it. At the end of this turn, you're KO'd. You may remove Spider-Man from the game. If you do, on your next hero turn, choose another Spider-Man hero and enter play. Yeah, cool. So it's like very thematic with, I think, what happens in the story, I think. Is what Andrea was, I think he was quite happy with how this plays out. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. I hope I'm going through this slowly enough for you guys to show off the art and stuff. Genius Intellect. This turn you can treat all of your action tokens as wild tokens. Oh, tokens. Okay, so, okay, yeah. Alright. I was going to say, wow. It's like, what? But okay, it's tokens. Okay, but you can build them up. Very cool. Oh, he seems like a cool, fun one to play. Now, Silk. So, starting hand. Let's see, what's she all about? Organic webbing. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if there are no movements at the bottom of the latest two, you may perform a 3. Yep, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Wait, is that? Is there no thing either? Is that the same as what's his name? Anti-Venom, I think. Is that right? He's got the same thing. She's got another one of these. She's got Silk Sense. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, once per villain turn. If a villain ends their movement in your location, you may move to another one. If you do, ignore the first damage you would take that turn. Okay. So a cool way to avoid damage, but gives you nothing. So, interesting. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the spread, and also I like that she's like slicing through there. That looks cool. Am I showing the symbols? Sorry. There we go. Alright. Spider Agility. A nice sort of basic basic one. Another basic one, yep. Okay. Not bad. Now, Mr. What's he called? Symbiote Spider-Man. Is this the dancing Spider-Man, the one where Tobey Maguire's like dancing in the movie? There's that meme now. Alright, Spider Sense. As long as this card is face up in the storyline once per villain turn, if a villain ends their movement in your location, you may... Sort of similar to that other one, isn't it? But nothing here. Oopsie. Don't knock over the camera. We're doing this in one take. Alright, so... okay. Alright. A big old swing there. Seems to be fairly punchy. Yeah, bit of a mix, but yeah, pretty heavy on the punches. Oh wow, here we go. Another great power one. Okay. Great responsibility. Bit of a theme here. Symbiote enhancement. You may punch. If you do, on your next turn you must play your card randomly. Okay. I like it. Now, this has got to be one of my most looked forward to ones, I think. Oh, look at these 3 in a row. I mean, call me a sucker for gimmicks, but yeah, I'm looking forward to these 3. So let's have a look. Alright. So, Metal Armor. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage during each villain turn. Sounds about right. Okay, and then she's got Movin' Heroic. Let's have a look at get close up there. That's cool. Moving Heroic. That's cool. Move and Punch. We've got our wilds. Now we've got safety net. Rescue one in your location. You may use a battery to rescue one additional in your or an adjacent location. Okay, so there's these batteries that must be... Where's this? Do we only have the one starting hand card? How else do we get these batteries? Okay. Safety net, safety net. Webs, you may use one battery. Okay. Another webs. Robot strength, you may use one battery to deal one extra damage to an enemy you're dealing damage to this turn. Another robot strength. So where are these batteries? Oh, that's interesting. Am I missing a card? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I wonder if there's like a rules card in here somewhere. Oh, you know what? I bet, yep. There you go, right on top. Battery, yep. I was going to say, that's odd if they've put like special rules for the character not on her cards, and they're in like, you've got to look them up in the rulebook. And I was like, that just doesn't seem like anything they've done before for Marvel United. But no, of course, yeah, it's on her equipment. So you can see all of those cards function anyway, but then having battery makes that work well. So she's one that you really probably do want to be using equipment for with her to sort of get the most out of her. Okay. Let's have a look at Mr. Noir here. Spider-Man Noir. Black suit. Kind of a cool background there. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you are alone in your location, you may ignore one damage dealt by a threat in each villain turn. Okay, so this, as long as this is face up in the storyline, if you are alone in your location, you may ignore one damage. Wow, okay. Dealt by a threat. Okay, so he goes off. So, okay, yeah, cool. So he's the guy that you can send off to sort of go solo against the threats, and you can be sort of head in one direction and do some stuff, and he can go off and like deal with those guys. That's cool. Bit of a loner. All right, let's check out what else has he got. I like that. That's a cool pose. Moving punch, moving star. Yeah. If there's too much power, attach one target taken to a villain. Alright, so there's a few different copies of that, and then it's the responsibility of the people to take it away. 2 punches against the villain with the target. You're in an adjacent location, then discard 1 target token from that villain. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he's got a couple of those, doesn't he? Yep. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. I wonder how often you'll be able to line those up properly, but looks pretty cool though. And interesting, a lot of them only have, so they're big powerful effects, but they've only got the one action at the bottom, so he could be a bit of a frustrating character if that doesn't sort of line up properly, but I do really like that. That looks cool. Alright. And Whammo, he's got his guitar there. Alright, oh, this is going to be cool. Is this card stuck together? Feels like it is. Oh, it feels like it's a couple. Oh wow, especially his special mechanism is that his cards come together and you actually get to like triple your hand size. Alright, so we've got a move and a heroic. We've got a move and a punch. That's a cool picture. So is that. Yeah. Okay. Angry Heart. Perform as many punches as the number of... Wow, that's cool. Punk Rock. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman. Next turn their ban is cancelled. Yep, so it's a stun. Okay. punch in up to 3 locations with anything. Then discard 1 from each of them. So it's kind of like a widespread Hulk smash. And then search and destroy. Move to any location with a henchman or villain, then punch there. Nice. Very cool. Alright, so, well, I feel like these are going to be villains, right? So let's have a look. Before we do that, let's have a look at this equipment that's going to back up our heroes. And we're probably going to get to see some of these, what are they, not master plan, these battle plans. So battery, use on your turn, activate the additional special effect on webs, safety net, or blah blah blah. Yep, okay. So essentially then turn this face down. She's got 2 of them. 3 of them? My goodness. How does she get them back? Exhausted. Remove this card from the... Oh my goodness, she only gets... Okay, so you don't get them back. Okay. Yeah. Okay, well there you go. So that's how they work. Let's pop them at the back. We've got the web shooters for Scarlet Spider. Okay, on your turn, move or move 1 from an adjacent location to your location, then turn this face down. How do you get it back? Beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token to turn this up. Okay. Then we have web shooters from an adjacent location. They all do the same thing. Is this the punk rock guy? I think it is, yeah. Let's have a look. What does it say there? Spider Punk? Yep. And action token. Okay. Same thing. Same thing. Yep. Superior Spider-Man. Now he's also got mechanical spider arms. Okay. Use your new turn, blah blah blah, then turn face down, and then at the beginning of your turn discard an action token. Okay, so the same thing there. Alright, now, so that's all of the bits and pieces there, so we'll pop them in. And now, are these all battle plans? Battle plan 2. Okay, oh, okay, so you can, they're color coded, so the yellow and the blue is the, like the power rating of them, how expensive they are. So you get a certain amount of battle plan points or something, don't you? Alright, so let's have a look here. Heroic leaning. So look at the level 1 ones first. So each supporting hero with any doodads at the bottom of their... Gives you 1 extra doodad when you play it in the storyline. Okay. So each supporting hero card with any... Yep, okay. Then I'm guessing this is the same with punches, well armed. Yep. Oh, is this going to be the... Oh, now each supporting hero with no thingy at the bottom gives you 1... Okay, so similar... It's the movement equivalent, but it sort of functions differently there because of the nature of movement, I guess. Power restoration. When you play a supporting hero card, you can forfeit all its actions. And special effects to flip face up to 2 face down hero cards. Ooh, that could be really handy. Okay. I forget the exact specifics of... There was a villain that mentioned, like, hurting you if you had your cards flipped over. I wonder if flipping them back up again helps you out in that situation. I forget exactly how that worked. Alright, but that's cool. Alright. Change of plan. At the end of the villain turn, you may discard the 2 face-up supporting hero cards in the display to the bottom of the deck and replace them. So you're sort of cycling your support deck or whatever. Mutual support. Once during each of your turns, you may forfeit a heroic to discard a crisis token. Ooh, from your hero or your location. Now that would be handy for who was the one that was it Spot or someone was using crisis tokens to prevent damage, I think. Better preparation. When you play a supporting hero card, you can forfeit all of its actions and special effects to gain 2 wild tokens. That's pretty handy. I think did Tom Vassell use that? Was that when they were first showing off like the equipment cards? I think he might have used. I think he played a solo game. And I think he might have used that one there. It's pretty handy. Alright, so now we're into the supposedly better ones here. They're more expensive, so let's have a look. When you play a supporting hero card, you may move your hero to the opposite location. What? That's pretty good, because how many times do you sort of, does the hero, you're just about to take them out and they, the villain, and they move to they move 3 or whatever, and they move to the opposite location, then you're like, no, I'm not going to be able to catch them this turn. So that's good. Let the villain talk. Whenever you take damage, you may accelerate the next villain turn by 1 card to avoid discarding your last card in hand. Oh. Wow. Okay. That could be very dangerous, but also could be quite handy. Alright. When you play a supporting hero card, you can forfeit all its actions and special effects to draw cards until you have 3 in hand. Ooh, like a health pack. When you play a supporting hero card, anytime during your turn you may automatically defeat one. So when you play a supporting card, at any time during your turn you may automatically defeat a thingy. Wow. No time for thugs. That's pretty handy. Same thing with these guys. Very handy if you're sort of playing a scenario that's overflow dependent, or where you're really steered towards doing one of those 2 missions rather than, say, the threat clearing. And you're always going to have to do one of those 2, right, usually. So that's pretty cool. So the 2 there. Yeah, wow, they're really cool. Now, the fact that I think I remember this one, and I'm pretty sure, and apologies if I'm getting this wrong, but I think Tom Vassell used, on the Dice Tower, I think he used the multiverse set, wasn't he? I think he was playing the multiverse set, so that might mean that these are the same set. So basically, whatever core set you get, you're going to get the same battle plan cards. So there's not like a huge variety of them. I mean, that's still a pretty good variety there, but if you get this set plus the multiverse set, I don't think you're going to have like double the amount of cards. I think they're going to be sort of repeated, I think. But correct me if I'm wrong. If anyone knows different, in the comments, let people know if I'm steering you down the wrong path there. All right, now let's look at these bad guy thingamybobs. I think we're looking at the villains now, aren't we? And probably just some of the mission cards and stuff. Alright, I think we've seen all the heroes. Are there any other heroes to go? Don't think so. So we've got all the, let's have a look quickly. So we've got our mission cards. Alright, then we've got the Superior Spider-Man mission cards, which I'm very excited to play with. Then we've got our regular sort of moderate challenge and hard challenge. They don't get used in my household. Get out of here. Wilds all day. Alright, so, man, alright. I think I am in the minority there, but anyway, we have the superheroes, and we have the supervillains. Again, don't really get used in my household because I don't really like to play this competitively. But very cool that they exist. Actually, you know what? For those folks who want to see this, I have no idea about this. I haven't really researched this, but I might just quickly go through these just so if you are familiar with this mode of the game, you might have a good idea of what the cards are in the sets, from the X-Men set and so on. So you can have a look and see whether this is just a duplicate of the set that you already have, or if these are brand new cards in this set. So here we go. We've got Misdirection. We've got Saw That Coming. Covert Operation. Now You See Me. Caught Alone. Flexible Plans. Personal Nemesis. Terror in the Streets. Nasty Surprise. Sabotage. Listen up, y'all, it's a sabotage. We should get Spider-Punk out. He can jam with the Beastie Boys. Alright, I think I've probably butchered the lyrics there though, sorry. Getting Stronger, Me Too. More Crises. Crowd Control. I think I've seen some of these before, so I think I think if you're watching this, you're probably like, yeah, these aren't new. But anyway, taking you with me, strategic retreat. Get ready. I have the Hurricane. I was going to say, oh man, the hero cards don't sound anywhere near as cool as the bad guy cards, but now we're cooking. I have the Hurricane. Oh, shake it off, shake it off. Okay, we got some Taylor Swift going on. Thwart the plan and to the rescue. All right, so let's chuck him in there. You were thinking, well, is he going to sing Taylor Swift? And yes, he did. All right. Although, would you call it singing? I don't know. The jury's still out on that one. So, let's check out Mr. Anti-Venom. Alright, so he's got a starting master plan card. So yeah, so the villains now have, I think they have had previous villains where they've sort of come up with like cards that have had to have a starting one sort of thing. But I think some of the original set, they've had to sort of like retrofit them, I think. Alright, now I'm rambling. Let's get on to it. So we've got Cleansing. So this one has to be the first card. One hero in the Anti-Venom's location must discard one card with a special effect from their hand. Oh, yikes. Okay, and he moves directly to you. Okay, which makes sense because one hero in Anti-Venom's location, so you're guaranteed that the first turn you're going to lose someone's special effect card if all of the heroes have special effect cards in their opening hand. Okay. Alright, well let's check them out. So we've got our threats. Camouflage. As long as one or more camouflage threats are in play, Anti-Venom ignores damage each turn. And how many of them are there? 1, 2, 2. Alright, and there's Body Cleansing. As long as this threat is in play, can't be given tokens of any kind. Ooh. Power Negation. As long as this threat is in play, heroes can't move during villain turns. There's 2 of those. Heroes can't... What? As long as this threat is in play, heroes can't move... Oh, during villain turns. Okay, I was like, what? Because there are some characters, I think like Silk and stuff, where they can sort of jump out of the way, can't they? So this negates that. Okay, and then we've got to move to the next location with heroes. So he's like seeking you out. Yep, seeking you out. Okay, he's jumping both ways. So he's definitely coming for you pretty strongly there. Righty. And then he's got this one. Symbiote Mutation. Bring back in play a random already cleared threat, if possible, or in the next location without a threat. Oof. And yeah, bring back... Wow, oof, yuck. Yuck. Especially considering some of his threats are not great. That's not cool that they come back in. Alright, so let's have a look at Mr. Spot. Alright. So I think that he might be the first one I feature on the channel. So look out for a video. I think we're gonna take a run at Spot. Attack from the spotted dimension. As long as this threat is in play, damage dealt to heroes during the villain turn is unpreventable. Because you can't see it coming. Okay, so he's got how many of those? 3 of those, and then you can't escape. If overflow is triggered in this location, and there are no heroes here, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in any location. Oh, yeah. I bet there's 3 of those, yep. Okay. Alright, pretty standard. Cool, pretty good. Alright, move to the location with the A spot. That's right, because there's like A, B, C, D, E, F. Then... Okay, so yeah, he moves to... So his cards call out where he goes based on those tokens. Alright, he's bamming a lot. Yep, bamming a lot. Oh wow, they're all just move and bam. So it's just whether he lands where you are. Wow, and I guess if you because the tokens are out, doesn't seem to be anything unless on his card, maybe on his... does anything here move those tokens around? Move spot to the location. Yeah. So I guess you could kind of get a sense for, okay, like we've seen 2 cards with A, so we know he's not going to travel there anymore and things like that. So maybe you could do a bit of card counting type stuff there. All right. Sweet. All right, Maul and yeah, we'll save old Superior Spider-Man for the last. Let's do it. All right, so he's got his starting master plan, so we know he's going to do this one every time. So he's going to stay where he is in the first turn. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when a hero is KO'd, Morlun doesn't activate his BAM. Okay. Instead, he gains 2 health. You suck. Alright, so that's cool. And let's have a look at his posse here. So he's got Bora. Deal damage to a hero in each adjacent location. Ugh. Ignores the damage each hero turn. Ugh. Right. Deal the damage to 1 hero in any location. Yeesh. That's Verna. Deal the damage to each hero in this location. Yikes, and he's got 4 health. What's his name? Bricks? Yeah, Bricks. Okay. Demos or Damos. Health is number of players plus 1. Deal 2 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are no heroes here, discard all civilians. Oof. And Genix 4. Give 1 crisis token to each hero in this and adjacent locations. Then each hero with 1 or more crisis tokens takes a damage. Wait, how many of these are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, 6. Okay, I was going to say this seems like that's a ton. I thought there were more than 6. All right, so now Khan. All right, he's from that. What's that video game where they wear the funny things on their heads? All right. Move this threat clockwise to the next location with any heroes. Oh, he moves around. So. If possible, then deal 2 damage to 1 hero in this location. Whew. Okay, every single one of those I was like, well, better target that one first. Whoa, but the problem is, mate, they all need to be targeted ASAP. Alright, so, yep, let's do old Octavius. Alright, so Spider-Bot dudes. Alright, Spider-Bot army. If there are no... Is he got a starting hand one? No, okay. If there is no Spider-Bot token in this location, add 1 here. Otherwise, add it to the next clockwise location with no Spider-Bots if possible. If not possible, deal damage to 1 hero in this location. Okay. So Spider-Bot army, he's got 2 of those. Then he's got Unparalleled Genius. So it's a landing location. Each hero in this and adjacent locations must turn face down. Yikes, one of their face-up cards with special effects. When this card is cleared, each hero can turn face-up one of their face-down effects. Okay, yep, cool. And he's got, how many of those? There's 1 of those. 1 Boundless Ambition. Accelerate the next villain turn by 1. When this threat is cleared, delay it by 1. Okay. And Unstable Behaviors. There's 1 of those, by the way, the Boundless Ambition one. How many of these? Yeah, 2 of these ones. 2 unstable behaviors. As long as this threat is in play, Superior Spider-Man can't be damaged, and heroes can't win the game. Well, I guess that is a card that you need to get rid of. And we've got some pretty basic movement and BAMs and placements here. Okay. Yep. Wow, it's got a big spread of those. And then what have we got? I am Superior. Add 1 Spider-Bot to token to Superior Spider-Man's location and to the opposite one. Then deal 1 damage to each hero in locations with Spider-Bot. Add 1 Spider-Bot token to Superior Spider-Man's location and to the opposite location. Then deal 1 damage to each hero with Spider-Bot. Okay, yep, so 2 of those. And he's the guy that he must go around actually sort of punching thugs and rescuing civilians and stuff, isn't he? Is that the deal with him? Let's have a look at his card again. Bam, yeah, deal 2 damage to 1 hero in his location. 1 damage to a hero in each adjacent one, then rescue one and defeat one in each location with a spider bot. Okay, so he does it with the spider bots. Then if there is no spider bot in his location, add one there. Otherwise, add it to the next clockwise one. Yeah. Okay, so he's running around punching you out, but he's also doing all the rescuing and trying to be a better hero than you. Well, that is very cool. Well, I think we've seen everything there is to see there, guys, so that's pretty cool. Pop the old lid back on so we can see Spider-Geddon. And I hope you enjoyed the look through of the models there and the rules and a bit of a dive into those. I think we've seen those rules and stuff probably shared on like the CMON, like the Kickstarter, maybe the updates and things like that. And I know there's been a few folks out there that were lucky enough to go to the cons and stuff have probably shown some of these off. But it was fun to be able to share them on the channel. And for those of you who like sort of visiting, stopping by here and checking out the games and stuff. So yeah, really excited to get this to the table. It might kickstart my painting again. Maybe I'll be able to get back into the painting. I've been doing so much homebrewing lately that that's kind of fallen by the wayside. But yeah, maybe that'll be fun. Definitely want to get it to the table as well and play a few scenarios from here too. So I think we're going to go with Spot and probably Superior Spider-Man, or probably, you know, if I have my say in which villains we'll get to the table first, I think we're probably looking at them. But yeah, let us know if you've got any specific requests or anything like that, and I'll consider it. But yeah, anyway, well, thank you very much, guys, and we'll catch you on the next one. Whether that's more homebrewing or diving into the gameplay of Spider-Geddon, not sure yet. But yeah, hopefully won't be too long. So, Maple Monkey out. See you guys. Bye bye.